The next one, next two actually, Tex Slazenger and Shanghai Pierce. I don't think people talk about the Godwinns that often, really. So yeah, here's the chance.
It's how I was wrestling. I know Tex from back in when me and Scott Hall and Johnny Laurinaitis, and I was doing color commentating with Gordon Soley in Florida Championship Wrestling. So I know Tex back from those days.
Mm.
And Tex, it was me and Kevin Nash against Tex in Shanghai. We're in Birmingham. We're in like ass breath, Alabama. I don't know where the fuck we're, somewhere in Alabama. And I had shot Shanghai off, and Shanghai was 6'6" and every bit of 310 pounds. And when I shot him off, I'm going to plant him with this elbow. And I wound up, and he came off the ropes to say, but he came off like this. Maybe I was too close. I don't know. But I went to elbow him, and I caught the middle of his shoulder. And it would be like someone shot you in the shoulder. And I tore my rotator cuff. My fault, but probably bad timing all the way around, the way he came off the ropes and stuff. I went down. He went down. I was in so much pain. The only thing that hurt more or was scarier was the neck and the back when I blew my back out too. But this one hurt more than either one of them. And so I'm crawling over to tag Kevin in, and I'm like, Kev, don't tag me in. Because I was going to go to a four-way. I said, I think I broke my shoulder. I didn't know what a torn rotator cuff was. I didn't know what a torn muscle was. So now I pull myself up on the apron, and I'm holding onto the ropes, and I cannot wait to go back. And as Kevin comes in, I see Tex running at me. And I'm like, no. And he blasts me, and I go to the floor. It hurts so bad. Kevin came, but whatever the finish was, I think they went over or whatever. And Kevin friggin' takes me back, and I'm sitting down, and Mick Foley walks up to me. Back then he was Cactus Jack. And he's like, is it the worst pain you've ever had? I said, Mick, this hurts so bad. I couldn't lift my arm. Couldn't lift my arm at all. He said, you tore your rotator cuff. And it literally took me going to see one doctor who turned into two into three in the same company. Oh, we think you got a bone bruise. And they made me go get, this test where they put ink in your body so they can do the test. I'll go back and get an MRI. I got that MRI. I leave those bozos and I go down and see another doctor. He looks at it. He goes, you tore your rotator cuff. I said, that's what Mick Foley said. It's like Mick knew. Those other three jerk-offs, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But when you get hurt, especially when you're at the bottom of the card, you want to get healed as fast as possible, and that wasn't going to happen.
No.
The great thing about that was it opened up the door for me and Jake Roberts to get really tight. And that's when Jake moved into my house. And, without that, we're not talking right now.